Crypto AI, latest news and developments, and we're going to do some price prediction and technical analysis at the end of the video on this money bag alert that I called a few days ago that had quite the run up. We're not going to want to miss out. But first, welcome back, Moneybags Rico. Let's start off right at the top. Get up to date with what they've been doing on their Twitter page, and give them a follow. Make sure you guys stay up to date at CryptoAI_ERC. So right now we got introducing Multi-AI, the revolutionary Telegram bot by CryptoAI with numerous features. It takes your messaging experience up a notch. Like I said, I dropped the video on this one a few days ago, did some price predictions, some technical analysis, which we got those lines still put on the chart. You guys are going to be kind of blown away where that started off and where it's at now. But like I was saying, I go into a little bit more depth about the different types of bots. One just to help with the buying, one to help with shilling, one to help with the raters and stuff like that. Those who are rating on Twitter and whatnot like that. So it's 5-in-1 bots basically. So keep an eye out for our public release very soon. So definitely hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, leave a bullish comment down below, because the minute this comes out, I'm going to have it. We're going to use it. We're going to see what it's all about, right? Come over here and give Erc-20 a big shout out right here. All right. So this was something that he wrote that I thought was pretty interesting. If the normies are back in the market and they hear AI coins are pumping, it won't be too hard for them to find a coin literally called CryptoAI. And he states right here, one of the most underestimated facts of CryptoAI is the simplicity of the name. And you know what? He nailed that right on the head. I completely agree. Somebody's literally just going to type in CryptoAI. That is a gem right there. So big shout out to Erc-20. Give him a follow on Twitter if you guys can for me. And then let's just go ahead and jump to these price predictions and technical analysis, because I did a video diving into the bots and going more in depth or whatnot. But this is really the exciting part, right? To be able to call this at let's twist this other screen really quick, at 1 cent, and it run up all the way up to 9 cents. It's pretty amazing. So we called it at $1 million market cap. It ran up to a little over $8 million market cap, almost 9. Right now there is a pullback, and I'm gonna show you guys where these entry levels are at. Even though this is not financial advice, do your own research and do your due diligence. All right, so let's just go ahead and layer this up really quick, or let's get these supports and resistance. You can see this is where we were at before. Check this out. When I called it a few days ago, and then look at how I just ripped up. So definitely smash the like button, subscribe. If you're one of those people that got in on this play when you guys saw it on my channel, let me know down in the comments. I would really appreciate it. So let's get our next zone. I don't really see us coming down to these levels. I just want to identify them so you guys can kind of like visually see them as you guys start to watch the channel more and start to kind of learn these, support and resistance. I think it's important. They start to stand out to you pretty easily. And it's basically just understanding that a prior resistance is going to be a future support, right? And we can see that playing out right here as well. And we can see that nonstop. Let's get our favorite arrows, just kind of like we did on the last video. And we're going to double down and do it again, because it's just basically going to keep happening over and over. This pattern is going to keep repeating itself. You're going to get very familiar with it. And this is the best way to break it down back to back, where you guys can see it on any chart, not just crypto AI, but stocks, crypto, whatever it might be. So like I said, so prior resistance, future support, right? And we got that in the past as well. We did the same thing. That's exactly what happened. Prior resistance, future support. So we know that it tends to move like this, right? This is basically the chart communicating with you and letting you understand its movement, right? Not all of them are going to be perfect. Not all of them are going to move just like this. But when you can start to notice these patterns, you ought to put them together, right? So let's go identify another one just to double down on that. We got this resistance, followed by this resistance. And even though this one didn't make it right there, we'll put an arrow right there. It didn't technically get all the way up there, but obviously we were trading within this channel. And then what we look right after that, when we broke past it, we have our support right there. Boom. So prior resistance becoming future support, prior resistance becoming future support. And we're having that happen once again. And that's why this video is coming out. If you guys like these videos, if you guys like learning technical analysis, let me know down in the comments, and be sure to subscribe, right? So we got another one right here, prior resistance, and we have it happening, unfolding right before our eyes right now with this future support. And we can see a candle coming out right now. Let's zoom in now that we got this all set up. We'll keep an eye on the MACD. We obviously want the blue line to cross back over the yellow and have some bullish sentiment with the candles being green right there. But let's zoom in right now. This is about as healthy as it gets. We're on the 15-minute chart, which I think it's one of the best charts to use for crypto. You can really identify the actual pullbacks, and also adding that parabolic SAR, these dots that let you kind of identify the trend. Remember, the trend is your friend. So we're seeing some trouble right here where it's fighting. We got the dots on top. We obviously got a solid red candle on the MACD, which indicates that we have a lot of selling pressure. When they're light red, that means that we're losing selling pressure, but we can see that we were overbought. So obviously it's understandable that, we're having a pullback from this all-time high that will mark really quick. And we're having that pullback, obviously, all-time high. We're overbought on the MACD. The dots have flipped over, letting us know that the trend has reversed. We're coming back down. We're trying to find that support right into this wedge. But all these indicators have to match up together, right? They all have to kind of line up. And we can see it having some trouble where it did. Let's move this guy over, where it did find that natural support at first, boom, and then just land right there, put the dots on the bottom. But we didn't have the MACD. It was still kind of in that overbought range. And they all got to line up. It legit has to be every single indicator that you can see, the way you perceive the charts, everything has to be lined up perfectly for you to make that trade, right? We didn't have everything lined up. We had the dots, but we didn't have the MACD in our favor. If it was vice versa, where we had the MACD but not the dots, I would be cautious as well, right? And we can see a little push, which is just basically a little trap because we're pulling right back because we're still very overbought still. So we need to see this kind of curl up. We'll get this line out right here. See it kind of curl up and then go back over where the blue is going to cross over the yellow, right? And we're going to layer the chart, which just kind of helps us. Let's make this a little bit bigger too. This kind of helps us identify if we're going to stay within that channel and kind of understand if, if we're going to break to the downside even lower, which would mean that then we'll come down here to this 36, 37 mark, which would be like the $3.5 million market cap. Right now we're cruising right above that right above the $6 million market cap. So let's layer the chart and see what kind of activity we're having within. So we can see where it's getting choppy. We can see the MACD kind of in our favor. Right now we're kind of in that oversold area on the 5-minute. Now let's go down to the 3-minute. We can see this conversion kind of happening for us, right? It's starting to hold down. We also see more, support happening on different candle sets as we start getting into the lower time frames. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to hold, because on that 15-minute chart, that MACD looks like it's having trouble. But let's see, now on the 1-minute chart, we can see that, we held this one over here. We tried to hold right there. We're hold on this one, but didn't happen. We're holding again, but we got selling pressure right now. We can see that the green candles have turned light, so there's more selling pressure. But at the end of the day, we're going to be paying attention to this 15-minute chart. I think it's one of the best ways to look at crypto, see if it can hold right here. If it could hold, see some kind of, with the layering of the time frames, that would help as well, to see if it's going to stay within this channel, trading inside here, to go back and break past that all-time high, or is it going to break down to this downside, losing that support and trying to find one right here and then possibly trading to the right, something like that, right? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.